This time on Emily and Clark's adventure, we've got the birds and the bees and holy places to visit as we continue our voyage from the Bahamas back to Florida.
Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Clark.
We opted out of a typical American life to live more independently, frugally, and off the grid.
We currently travel the world on our antique sailboat named Temptress.
We make videos to capture our memories, inspire others, and show you the rewards and challenges of living this way.
This is our intentional life.
After pinching north from Georgetown, we arrived in Cat Island. The guidebook said there was one especially noteworthy thing to check out on Cat Island before we headed north.
Today we're walking up Mount Alvernia, highest point in the whole Bahamas.
The Hermitage was built around 1940 by a priest named Father Jerome, who built a lot of other churches in the Bahamas, and he built this stone by stone here with local Bahamian rock. And he lived here until he was 80 years old, and he died, and he's buried here as well.
After a very long walk and a good night's sleep, we pressed on north to Eleuthera. Another 9 hours of blue water sailing would take us from Cat Island to Eleuthera. By midday, miles and miles away from any land, we had a very tiny visitor. Here's some B-roll for you. This poor little guy was thoroughly exhausted when he found Temptress. We gave him some food and some water and sent him on his way.
Oh! We anchored and re-anchored offshore of Eleuthera, and the next day, despite some really pitiful wind, we decided to sail to Tarpum Bay. We anchored all alone and started to realize that 3 days of sailing was really starting to take its toll on us. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
I am feeling better than I felt in the last 3-4 days, and I'm feeling crap. Haven't sailed in a year basically, and it is tiring. Emily was getting seasick, so I sail all day and don't quite rest up, and had one night I didn't get a good sleep, and anyway, take some time to get used to this. I've done this before, and I always go through this when I start. After a while it becomes life and it's great, but boy, when I start I just obsess about everything being safe, and it exhausts me.
To make matters worse, we met a quite annoying couple who were set on constructing a nest in our rigging, no matter how much we tried to shoo them away. Get off the boat! Not a tree!
The following day was a very hot Sunday, and almost everybody was asleep or in church. So we took some time to give our subscribers an update and then explored the ghost town.
The houses in Eleuthera are mostly cement. You'll find a variety of cast patterns, sculptures, and even some weird things like a pina colada fountain, which unfortunately did not work.
Bright paint colors seem to fit right in with the blooming trees, heavy with mangoes, coconuts, and bright red flowers in the case of Emily's favorite tree, the Royal Point Sienna.
If you visit Tarpum Bay, be sure to visit the cemetery on the north side of town. Many of the grave sites are hand-poured concrete adorned with some very unique decorations that hint at the personalities of those who rest there. I guess she loved shoes. After the cemetery, it was back to the boat.
And back to pest control.
On land, birds are pleasant, but climbing the mast to remove a nest and scrubbing the deck and housetop of droppings is never pleasant for sailors, so we'd like to redirect them back to the trees. Unfortunately, sometimes the only way to get rid of them is to keep the boat moving. Get off!
We're going to try to make it into Hatchet Bay. There's this very small passage that leads to a little lake. It looks like from the charts we can get ourselves in there. It's not great holding, but there are groceries and we won't be staying there terribly long.
Next time on Emily and Clark's Adventure.
We have like no wind forecast.
Eleuthera means freedom. The pineapple means welcome. So welcome to the island of freedom.
We're gonna explore some caves.
Emily has boots, so she's going to walk through bat poops.
Guano.
Oh no. Oh no.